This uniquely devilish device reproduces every possible force and condition the Veyron tire would face on the road or the track.
On this machine, we create forces that exceed, in fact, what is on the track. So it is a real torture for the tire.
The Veyron's tires are actually over-engineered. The torture machine shows they can safely run at 279 miles an hour. 26 miles an hour faster than the car. But the ultimate testing is done outside. The Michelin prototype facility has 19 different track configurations spread out across 1,100 acres at Clermont-Ferrand. Including the world's most sophisticated wet handling tracks. Computers precisely control hundreds of sprinklers. They can replicate everything from a light drizzle to a downpour. And the Veyron, with its one-of-a-kind tires, needs to handle it all. The Veyron tires are shipped from Clermont-Ferrand to Molsheim, France. This is where they'll build the Bugatti Veyron. In September 2005, Bugatti opens a brand new atelier, a French word meaning artist's workshop, in Molsheim, France. This is not a typical car factory. It's a unique place where 17 specialists assemble the Bugatti Veyron by hand.
For the assembly, we have in total 17 workers. There are some mechanical, some electrical people, and people for the bodywork.
First, they carefully move the rear frame, complete with its wing struts, into position to bolt it to the engine and transmission. The car ends up in 3 sections. Each sits on columns that rise up from the floor. Their tops embossed with the Ettore Bugatti logo. There are no greasy car lifts or jacks, because this is not a typical car factory. Inside the atelier, they build cars the way you would build an airplane. The rear, middle, and front of the car are slowly pushed together by hand. Hoses and electrical contacts carefully connected. When they're certain everything is perfectly lined up, they bolt the car together.
You have to imagine the rear part is connected to the front part only with 14 bolts.
Just 14 bolts, each made from titanium. Each bolt costs $100.
For me, this car is more airplane than a car.
Unlike regular cars, there's no frame in the middle of the Veyron. The passenger compartment is built with what's called monocoque construction. Just like an airplane fuselage, the skin or outer shell is what makes the middle of the car rigid and strong. Incredibly strong. The entire monocoque middle of the car weighs only 240 pounds, but has double or even triple the strength of an average car body.
This complete assembly in carbon fiber, we are achieving the stiffest and one of the strongest cars in the world.
The Veyron is also one of the most tested cars in the world. Before they add the remaining bodywork, they roll the chassis into a test chamber. They fire the engine, and for the very first time, the car's huge tires feel the might of 1,001 horsepower. To complete the car, they place handcrafted covers on top of the turbocharger radiators. Aluminum body panels are polished, and then very carefully aligned and bolted to the car.
It takes about 4 to 5 weeks from the beginning of the assembly of the chassis till the finishing with the polishing and the delivery of the car.
Each finished Veyron is then road tested. Some of them on the only track in the world where Bugatti runs the Veyron to its top speed of 253 miles an hour. One of the most extraordinary automobile test facilities ever built sits in the woods outside Wolfsburg, Germany. Protected by barbed wire on top of chain-link fences. It's Volkswagen's super-secret test facility in Air-les-Cygnes. What happens here stays here.
It is not allowed that airplanes cross the proving ground. I think it's necessary to keep these secrets really secret.
Inside the gates sit 60 miles of private roads, including a high-speed oval track with a straightaway over 5 miles long.
We are here in our proving ground in Air-les-Cygnes, and we have a high-speed oval, and that allows top speeds in a very safe condition.
The high-speed oval allows the Veyron to hit its top speed of 253 miles an hour.